You know, there's a hidden danger that could be lurking in a room you use every single day. It's silent, it's invisible, and it can strike in the blink of an eye. We're talking about something called a ground fault. And believe me, understanding what that is, it could literally save your life.
So let me ask you a question. And I know it sounds a little dramatic, but is your bathroom an electrical trap? By the time we're done here, you'll see why that's a question you absolutely have to know the answer to.
Okay, just picture this for a second. You've just gotten out of the shower, right? The floor is a bit wet, you grab the hairdryer. I mean, we've all been there. But in that super common everyday moment, with your wet skin and a powerful appliance, you are one tiny, invisible fault away from an absolute disaster.
All right, so let's get into it. To really get a handle on the risk here, we first have to understand what this threat actually is. What is a ground fault? Okay, so think of the wiring in your house like it's a closed-loop racetrack, right? Power flows out on one wire, does its job powering your stuff, and then comes back on another. A ground fault, well, that's basically an electrical leak. It's when that current jumps the fence, escapes its path, and starts looking for a shortcut.
And this whole thing, this deadly sequence, it really happens in 3 quick steps. First, the electricity escapes. Bam, it's out. Second, it starts looking for the fastest, easiest way to get to the ground. I mean, that's just what electricity does. It wants the path of least resistance. And then step 3, and this is the really terrifying part, your body tragically becomes that perfect, easy path.
And that's the absolute gut punch of a ground fault. The electricity doesn't just give you a shock. No, it flows through you. For that split second, you are the wire. So that leads to a pretty obvious question, right? Why the bathroom? Of all the places in your house, what makes it the perfect storm for this invisible killer?
Well, it really boils down to this super high-risk combination of things. First, you've got wet skin, and we'll talk more about why that's so bad in a second. Then, you're literally surrounded by conductive stuff, metal pipes, faucets, and to top it all off, it's a small, confined space, so you're almost always touching something that could complete that deadly circuit.
Get ready for this number. 100 times. That's how much lower your skin's resistance to electricity is when it's wet. 100. It's like opening the floodgates. It makes you unbelievably vulnerable to a current that, on dry skin, might not have been nearly as dangerous.
Okay, I know this all sounds absolutely terrifying, and frankly, it is. But here's the good news. There's this amazing piece of tech designed to be your silent guardian against this exact danger.
Let me introduce you to the GFCI. That stands for Ground Fault Circuit Interrupter, and its job is so simple but so brilliant. It's basically on guard duty 24/7, constantly monitoring for those tiny electrical leaks, and the second it detects one, it springs into action.
Yeah, think of the GFCI like a hypersensitive security guard for your electrical circuit. See, in a normal, healthy circuit, the amount of electricity going out is exactly the same as the amount coming back in. Everything's balanced. The guard is happy. But the moment a ground fault happens, even a tiny amount of that current goes missing, the guard sees that imbalance instantly and yells halt, tripping the circuit and cutting the power.
And when I say instantly, I mean it. How fast does it act? We're talking 1/30th of a second. That is literally faster than you can blink. And what's so critical about that speed is that it's faster than the electricity has time to do any real, life-threatening damage. It's just an incredible piece of safety engineering, really.
But here's the catch, and this is super important. This amazing little device can only protect you if it's actually working. And that brings us to what might be the single most important part of this whole thing, the safety check that you need to do, like, right now.
Okay, here's what you're going to do. Go find one of those outlets near your sink or shower. You'll see it has 2 little buttons, test and reset. Go ahead and press the test button. You should hear a distinct click, and whatever's plugged in should turn off. That's good. Now, just press reset to get the power back. But, and listen up, this is the crucial part. If you press that test button and you hear nothing, no click, no power cut, that means your GFCI has failed. It's just giving you a false sense of security. You need to call an electrician and get that replaced immediately. Seriously.
So, maybe you've checked your bathroom and it's all good. You're protected there. But think about it. Your whole house is one big electrical system. And if this invisible killer can lurk in the bathroom, it makes you wonder, right? Where else might it be hiding?